Oh, hey! Okay, that's a massive delay. But it appears to be working. So, let's see what happens here. So I have absolutely no reason to be playing because I've got my missions for the day. I'm just going to try to play and talk and do the thing that people do because that's what people do when they play the game and they broadcast. I'm not sure exactly why one would do so, but it seems like the thing you do. And I don't know if people can hear me because this is mostly me just testing out things and seeing if they work and recording myself and all that fun stuff. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, then maybe I will keep doing it. Maybe people will like it. I don't know. So I'm using a thing called the Hearthstone deck tracker on the right side here, which shows you the cards in my deck and any cards that my opponent draws. And that is hopefully helpful to you because it doesn't really do me much good. I'm going to drop a bunch of cards because dropping cards is what people do when they don't get the cards they want. And then I draw a bunch of different cards. And then I am done. Because now I'm just being annoying and talking like wrong. This isn't how people are supposed to talk. I've messed it up already. Um, I don't really have anything useful to do with this later, so I'm going to do this now and maybe make the other guy work harder for his board. That's a thing, right? You make the other guy work harder. Oh, look, he let me keep my knife juggler. That's so kind of him. So that sets me up for just a nice, boring couple pokes to the face here. So this deck is one that I found online. Um, it does very well. I try to make decks myself and they're terrible. So I thought my first time out actually like playing a level, playing publicly, I would do so with a deck that is likely to not just lose immediately. I thought that was a decent way to handle the situation. Um, Now, this deck is designed to move very quickly. If I haven't won by about turn 6, I've lost. I think this is called what was it called? The Low Budget Mage Alternative Aggro Rush deck. Yay. Alright, now I could fireball his face, and that would definitely solve my board covered with stuff problem. Or I could just, yeah, we're just gonna fireball this guy. Clearly is the correct way to go here, which just makes his life slightly more miserable and gives me something to do next turn. I could have just killed my dudes, but whatever. Now, if I'm lucky here, what happens is I draw a card. All right, we'll do this. So what I'm hoping for here is something that makes it. Oh, I guess winning next turn is also a useful way to finish up. So first of all, we're going to give him a false sense of security by acting like, oh no, look, I'm spending all of my stuff on your one measly useless guy. What am I going to do? Oh no, my board is almost empty and I'm gonna lose. But then I will then, like, oh, he thinks that he's cleared my board and I'm gonna be all worried. And then I deal 3 freezing damage, deal 4 freezing damage, deal 3 freezing damage, and I say, well played. And that's how this deck works. It's a lovely deck. Now, because I didn't make that deck, I just wanted to like give a good, what's the word? First impression of the fact that if I have a decent deck, I can play properly. Next is a demonstration of a deck that I have made myself. And the problem with this deck is that I have learned that even though this game isn't about paying to win or whatever they want to call it, there is a certain level at which you can't get even like basic cards without playing a whole bunch, grinding, getting a bunch of gold, etc., etc., etc. So, if I have a really good deck that I found online, I seem to do okay. But if I have like not so good deck that I've made myself, you know, other stuff happens. Now I'm just rambling. It doesn't make even sense. So I was thinking about maybe how I would separate my um, self from other people who are obviously so much better. And I thought that being the guy who is terrible and still streams and still talks and rambles incoherently and describes what he's doing, like maybe that's my thing, right? So usually when you get 2 innervates in your first hand, that's awesome because oh my gosh, what an awesome pile of mana. I can do anything. The problem is that my deck doesn't have anything else. Sorry, well, I didn't draw anything else useful. So I either waste an abusive sergeant or I end my turn without doing anything. So this is all stuff that's really good later. If I draw a decent guy turn 2, I might play it with the pile. If I don't draw a decent guy turn 2, what I do is I get this thing with my 2 mana, and then at least I'm 1 step ahead, even though it's really like I'm 1 step behind because I've wasted a whole card to do it. And all those things. Also, I have a very annoying voice. All right, now this is an interesting notion because usually I wouldn't play innervate, but if I get 2 innervates, 2 wild growths, I'm actually 2 steps ahead. So it's actually like getting innervate forever. So I'm going to spend the whole rest of the game a whole step ahead of the other guy, which as a person who went second, it would be nice if I didn't have a board to deal with. So again, my deck's terrible. So this guy, he goes out, and he goes out as a panther. And then he gets this stuff on him, so he doesn't die right away. Now, he can kill anybody who attacks him, and it's going to take at least 2 of the other guy's guys to kill him. So, the theory here, at least my theory, is that he will worry about killing him, which will clear some of his board for me. Except he's going to use Mortal Coil and get a card instead. And so, as I explained earlier, I'm okay as long as I have cards that work. So the basic way to put that is that I'm not okay. I am super opposite of okay. So again, making it slightly harder to kill, but not so much that I can actually do anything. So this was unpleasant. And he is going to finish me off next turn. Possibly this turn if he has some kind of damage in his hand, which he probably does. It's another thing I've noticed about watching other people play Hearthstone on Twitch, is that they actually know what they're doing, and I don't. Like, I can play the cards in my hand and play against the cards they have, but I can't really do anything else. So that is what it looks like when I play a deck that I've made. And here's kind of like halfway between the two, because this particular deck, I started with an Icy Veins deck that they, I think that's the name of the site, but anyways, that's built with just basic cards. This is a relatively while ago. And then as I have been playing, I have been replacing basic cards with slightly better versions of those cards. So instead of, where is it? Do I not actually have this guy? This is the wrong deck showing. I don't think I have this. Yeah, I don't have this. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, that seems right. Yeah, so what do we keep? We keep that guy. Yes, this is definitely this deck. So yeah, this is what I call mostly basic Icy Veins, and then you gotta greet the other guy because you're the same guy, and it's funny when you both talk. Now he doesn't have hopefully a solution to Knife Juggler, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna coin Knife Juggler and see what happens. Now it says I have viewers, but I think that's like all time forever. I don't think those are actually people watching me because no one would actually watch me play this game. That would be ridiculous. Why would anybody do anything like that? Oh, he's that guy. So we're going to make him useless. And then we're going to poke him once. And then we're going to poke his face. He'll probably kill my owl. But, you know, meh. So I still seem to be streaming, which is nice. And I still seem to be talking, which is also nice. And he just killed all my dies. Not so much nice. Oh, oh. Now he's killed all my guys. All right, Flame Tongue Totem. Useful because of reasons that I don't remember. I think it's just time to totem up. It's the same totem now. Now this is where if he doesn't attack me, I can do this and poke his face, but he probably will attack me and then I will lose. Alright, so the Shattered Sun Cleric is a useful little nothing card, but it is only a useful little nothing card if I have a totem. So we're gonna make a totem. Ness. Now that here's what I'm gonna do. I want to keep this guy around. So I am going to basically sacrifice this guy to make it so that I don't, what's the word? Lose this guy. Now, that only works long term if I eventually get some kind of taunter on the board, but I do have a couple taunts hiding in here, I think. So again, nobody would be watching me because I am very new to streaming. This is my first stream that I've actually set up properly such that it will actually record. Now that's clearly how you do what he just did. So now what do we do? I want to get rid of this, so I'm going to be a sneaky bugger. And the sneaky bugger does that. That makes it 1. And then this. Oh, I know it hurts. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. Oh, it hurts so much. But at least his mech is gone. And then I say thanks because he says well played. Oh, he's poking me with that. He's like, I'm like, no, please don't hurt me. And he's like, I'm gonna hurt you anyway. Ha 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 ha. Now, do I poke him with that, or poke him with that, or poke him with that, or drop this guy? Is it time for Max? See, I often like to gamble on these, but there's nothing really useful that could come out right now except for a taunter. So it's Max. Now, unlike most Hearthstone players, or maybe like most, I have no idea. I don't actually like play the other games that all these characters come from. I mean, I played Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3, but never World of Warcraft. So I'm just playing Hearthstone because it's an interesting game to play, like Magic or whatever. And he doesn't know what to do about mechs. He's like, no, nobody drops mechs at this point in the game. This guy's dumb. He doesn't know how to play this game. And I'm like, yes, you are correct. That is exactly the problem. I am dumb and don't know how to play this game. And he's like, I just gonna, uh, okay, I'll just attack your face. Easy peasy. Now, the nice thing here is that I can just clean up various things with all these wonderful cards. So first of all, the Senjin What's-His-Face, he will be my taunter. And then this guy is my other guy. And now, it doesn't really actually do me any good because whoever this guy killed was going to die anyway. But if I kill this guy, I take a bunch of damage, he dies, but I don't die this turn. No, this particular deck, if I remember correctly, it doesn't take off until I get a... I think it's just a put down muscle and kill the other guy. Oh, there we go. Now I'm dead. Yep. That happened. Alright, so what we gotta do here is we gotta gamble. That was useless. So now what we're hoping is gonna happen here is if I kill this thing. Oh, I should have done this guy. Oh, no, I can sneak this guy. Yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is probably the worst stream of anyone playing this game ever made. Seriously. This is not going well. Well, that helps a little. Let's see what this is. Yes! Finally! Good news. Now, people are probably going to be like, "You're an idiot, don't do that! No, stop, wait, no!" But he keeps doing magic, like, flamey attack damage to me, and I don't like it. And I'm hoping this guy survives to my next turn because I can Wind Fury him. And maybe I'll even, like, draw Bloodlust next turn, and it'll be really nuts. Oh, what are you doing? 6. Oh, yeah, to the face. You gotta love that. Well, now I will definitely draw a good turn card next turn because there's no other possibilities here. I wonder why this is flickery. Wonder what he's thinking. He's like, how do I figure out how to kill this guy without letting him have another turn? I'm covering my camera in case somebody comes in here. Oh, he hasn't timed out, has he? I hate it when I win by timeouts. I mean, I'll take the win. Clearly, I'm going to take the win. But it's a less, what's the word? Less gratifying to win when it's because the other guy's AFK'd. Like, meh. So, Tubbs isn't going to win the game for me. Tubbs is definitely not going to win the game for me. But if I happen to draw a Rockbiter weapon and Bloodlust and Wind Fury, and he doesn't get a Taunter on the board or kill this guy, see, this is called playing badly because there's no way anyone should be thinking, oh, if I draw these 6 cards, I win. That's not how you play a game. I just want to have a guy who can attack on the board. Now, is he going to just clean me out? Is he going to be like, oh, I know how Shamans plays? Yeah, he's totally going to play me out. Now, do I even have a... I don't think this deck even has a charge. Yeah, I've pretty much lost here. But just giving up, that's lame. You don't just give up. You keep playing until the bitter end. You hope that he'll do something stupid and I'll survive 6, 7, 8. I'm dead. Now, a lot of people would just concede at this point, and that would make sense. But maybe he has some kind of cool trick that he wants to do. And because that trick backfires on him, he kills all of his dudes and dies. So then I win. I've seen it happen in plenty of YouTube videos of people playing Hearthstone, so I know that it's technically possible. Um, Also, you may notice that I look over here and not over here. Now that is because my camera is here on my like control panel computer screen, whereas Hearthstone is over here on my actually playing the game screen. Now, this is probably the worst possible thing because I have no way of winning, but I get an extra turn to try to do it in. You see, an Elven Archer's not going to do it for me. Like, this is just prolonging the inevitable. Now, I could conceivably Wind Fury this guy, and then Rockbiter weapon him through, and then do another 3 to his face. And that would actually probably be the best thing to do right now, that he's given me an option. Yeah, let's do it. Not gonna get another chance. Well, that was a very ungratifying win. Sorry, Chaos Guns. I did not. I do not like to take a win like that, except that I do actually like to take a win like that, because why wouldn't you? Anyways, I think that's probably enough Hearthstoning for the night. So I am going to sign off and find out if this actually recorded like it was supposed to. Because if it didn't, that would be super lame. Anyways, bye, Internet.